Welcome back. You're watching News Night. In focus tonight is Swachh Bharat Abhiyan moves from strength to strength. And joining us is a very special panel of guests. I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Yasmeen Ali Haq. She is UNICEF representative in India, and Ashok Tandon, senior journalist. I welcome you both to News Night. I'll begin with you, Dr. Yasmeen. The Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is the world's largest behavioral change campaign, and this has been achieved with massive public participation. How does the UNICEF view the Clean India mission? Does it see it as a game changer? Would you say that India has set a global benchmark through the success of this campaign?
The Swachh Bharat mission actually is a transformative Jan Andolan, a people's movement, which has transformed the lives of millions of people throughout India, and especially children, because we've seen that we have the data that shows us the morbidity of children has gone down. We know that for every household that has a sanitary toilet and where people are using it, the savings are up to 50,000 rupees a year, either in time being saved because they don't have illness, children are not missing school because of illness, and the health costs that would be associated with that illness are also being met. So all in all, we see that for children, their health, their well-being, and as you mentioned very clearly, for girls, it's made a special effort because I think, going out into the open, the women have always said they've always been scared of snake bites. And now they have a toilet in their house, and even if it means they have to spend extra time cleaning that toilet, they feel much safer. And their whole biological functions have improved because of that. I'd also like to add that for children, it's been so important because children have really been part of this movement. Children have been rallying their communities. They have been motivating their elders, their family members. They have been writing letters to the Prime Minister, thanking him and telling him about all that they are doing to keep the Swachh Bharat mission going. So it's really brought out a social change in that people no longer feel shy to talk about bodily functions. We're seeing it whether it's in the school or in the household. Children are much more vocal and demanding of their right to have proper sanitation and hygiene.
Fair enough. So there is substantial, visible, tangible impact of the Swachh Bharat mission, particularly in the lives of children and women, as you outlined. Well, Mr. Tandon, coming to you now, to make any mission a success, communication plays a great role. Would you say that the Rashtriya Swachhata Kendra that has been inaugurated today will act as a force multiplier in terms of ensuring that the right message goes to an even larger number of people and more public participation is encouraged?
Certainly, it will do that, but let's not forget that when the Prime Minister first time from the ramparts of the Red Fort had launched the Swachhata Abhiyan, the cleanliness mission, many people were wondering what's the program Prime Minister is taking. But at the end of the day, now we realize that if that program had not been launched well in time, as the Prime Minister himself would have mentioned, and nobody knew that this pandemic will be coming, and we were prepared for it just because the cleanliness campaign, Swachhata Abhiyan, was launched much in advance. And as a result of it, there were toilets and people were conscious, and that is how we have been able to cope with the coronavirus now. But one thing I must say, that from day one, the Prime Minister believed that any such campaign has to be made a mass movement if it is to succeed. And he invoked Mahatma Gandhi repeatedly from day one, that Mahatma Gandhi believed in a mass movement. And that is how the campaign from day one was made mass movement. People's participation was there at the grassroots level. Children, women, all participated in it. So even today, another very significant aspect of the Prime Minister campaigns has been the consistency with which he has been maintaining it. He has never allowed any kind of slackness on his part, whether it is for Mann Ki Baat all his speeches, he has been consistently maintaining. And today, when we see that on the day of Quit India movement, he again has given a campaign, Gandagi
Yes.
Bharat Chodo. In fact, he went on to say that anything that weakens India has to leave India, whether it is corruption, whether it is violence, whether it is discrimination against women, or whether it is still somewhere ODF left, or drinking water problem. All these things which weaken India have to quit India. So the Quit India movement campaign of Mahatma Gandhi has been now being launched for the last over 6 years in different aspects. And that is what the Prime Minister has been trying. And in fact, when people were laughing about Prime Minister's cleanliness campaign, the whole world was appreciating that a country like India did require this kind of a campaign long ago. And now people are safe because we have a lesser fertility rate, we have lesser number of COVID-19 cases. It's
Yes.
because there was a campaign going on to maintain cleanliness. Now what the Prime Minister has inaugurated today, this Kendra, he said, is a real long-term tribute to Mahatma Gandhi. So
Absolutely.
all these, and his interaction with the students, children, all these things are to inspire the entire public that we have to maintain this campaign, sustain it at all costs. And
Absolutely.
that was
In fact,
message
the
loud
Prime
and
Minister
clear.
also outlined 2 challenges. We'll be discussing that as well. But before that, coming to you, Dr. Haq, once again, you spoke about the kind of impact that Swachh Bharat Abhiyan has had on the lives of children. Several children have been saved from disease and so on and so forth. But do you believe that children can become champions of change? Have they also helped bring about a lot of behavioral change in homes, for instance, or in their schools? And can they be champions of change or agents of change going forward? Because still there are some challenges that remain. We are still in the second phase of the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan.
Absolutely. I firmly believe that children not only can, they are agents of change. Children are showing the way to many villages, many people in their communities. And whenever I go out to visit villages to see how our collaboration with the government is going, I always talk to children. And it's amazing when I've learned from, 8, 10-year-olds who have challenged their communities. And I ask them, so when you go and talk to people about constructing latrines and, hygienic behavior and washing your hands with soap, don't they tell you to go and keep quiet, you're only a kid? And they tell me, yes, लेकिन हम तो बहुत प्यार से बोलते हैं. They do it with affection, they do it in a manner that they have learned the art of communication. And for behavior change, it doesn't happen overnight and it needs sustaining. That's where the ODF Plus that you were talking about is so, so important. We have to maintain it, we have to keep the focus. And as children grow up and they form habits, they will replicate the habits themselves as adults, and they will also teach their own children. So it's really important for us to reach this generational change so that it becomes a norm, so that open defecation is no longer a norm. But use of sanitary toilets, washing your hands with soap, having provisions for menstrual hygiene management and separate toilets for boys and girls in schools, all this will become a norm, but we have to maintain it. We have to keep motivating people. We have to keep maintaining the infrastructure. And we have to keep looking at technology that will help both children and adults to keep this behavior going.
Dr. Haq, if you had a look at the Prime Minister's address and the way he had a tour of the Rashtriya, the structure, in fact, that the Prime Minister inaugurated, the Rashtriya Swachhata Kendra at Rajghat, would you say that all that will help in innovative learning, in getting children more curious and involving them, because there's a robot there are several games that children can play and further understand. There's a quiz competition, for instance, which is also part of the Kendra.
Absolutely. And nowadays, in the age where maybe not everyone can travel around too much because of COVID, just having such a Kendra and being able to to visualize it, and importantly, I think the thing that strikes me so much about the Kendra is where we are celebrating the heroes, the women and men who have made the change possible in their communities, the Swachhagrahis, the Rani Mistris. For the first time throughout India, we saw women taking up the work of masons and the dignity of labor that came with it. So I think there's so much that children will see, they will learn, and they will emulate too. The important part is how do we keep the messaging going, that it's not just confined to the Kendra, but we keep publicizing the messages that the Kendra is giving to every school and to every community.
And will the launch of this week-long special campaign, Dr. Tandon, ensure that the message does not stop here and that it moves on and on?
Certainly it will. In fact, by thanking the people of India for making all these campaigns a success, Prime Minister also mentioned the participation of the civil society into it. The media played a tremendous role in making all these campaigns a success. I think all sections of the society, they geared up to make this mass movement and mass campaign a success. And that was the real clarion call given by the Prime Minister. Because I remember from day one he said, any campaign cannot be left to the government agencies. People's participation and making it mass movement is the only key to success. And that is exactly what has been done or is being done even today. And repeatedly in different names and by even today, the Gandagi Bharat Chodo Abhiyan, all these kinds of the campaigns which the Prime Minister has been initiating over the last so many years, and now with this innovative idea of the Kendra, I think not only children or the women as has been mentioned, but I think the media also has been playing a big role in making these campaigns a success, and the consistency with which the Prime Minister has been emphasizing on it, I think there will not be any let-up, because in the past we have seen many campaigns initiated by the government or left to the bureaucracy were dumped and nothing happened. And in this case, since it has been a mass movement and it has been consistently being repeated in one form or the other in every aspect, in every speech of the Prime Minister. So the campaign is picking up. It has in fact helped quite a lot. And two things which the Prime Minister mentioned today very specifically was that in the next 1 week, all the officers, all the government agencies must ensure to repair the toilets or the other facilities which might have been lacking adequate arrangements. They must restore them. And also special care should be taken, or priority should be given to the places where the migrant labour is now settling down. Now that is the kind of awareness the Prime Minister is trying to spread right across section of the society, and he's taking care of all the segments and also exhorting everybody to join his campaign to make India free from all the evil, all the things which give us a bad name, all the things which weaken us.
Yes, he's reiterated the call to rid India of the 7 ills that he pointed out. Well, Dr. Haq, had it not been for the massive public participation that we've seen, with 60 crore Indians deciding to not defecate in the open and to continually use toilets, had it not been for this kind of public participation and response, would this Clean India mission have become such a grand success?
Not at all. Worldwide, the experience has been that till people really believe in it, till they are taken along with it, you can construct as many toilets as you want, but people need to believe that this is for their well-being, for their health, and for their children, and that they have a role to play in it. So the fact that people have been taken along in this, the world's largest social mobilization that we've seen, it's shown it's possible. And it's shown that many other countries have started really emulating what India has done by combining both the provision of a toilet, helping with the construction, subsidizing it that is needed, but also importantly, really emphasizing the behavior change. And when you have your Prime Minister who goes out, who is digging himself, who himself is so engaged in it, that political will at the highest level makes a huge difference. And it also means that the type of financial resources that are needed are also put into play. So when you have the political will, when you have the financial resources, and when you believe that people have the power to make a difference, you have a winning formula.
Oh, absolutely. And with that winning formula, do you think, Dr. Tandon, that the remaining challenge will also be met to ensure that we are not just ODF, but ODF plus, that is, we sustain this status that we have of ODF over a long period of time forever, and also we create wealth from waste?
Of course, but we will have to be careful. We will have to make these campaigns sustainable, and also, not allowing anybody or any quarter to feel that we have achieved everything. Another very significant thing today the Prime Minister mentioned was that he has been repeatedly reminding on every occasion that we must follow all the guidelines during the COVID-19 period, washing our hands, maintaining social distancing, wearing masks. So he has never forgotten on every occasion, whenever he is addressing any segment of the society, he keeps reminding them. Today he was reminding children that they are the ones who have to not only ensure to follow these guidelines, but they also will have to be some kind of guards in their own homes, in their schools, in their other environment. So I think this repeated and consistently emphasizing, hammering these issues, which are basic issues for any civil society, and hammering constantly and reminding people to continue with that, I think that's the masterstroke.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Dr. Haq and Mr. Tandon, for having joined us to discuss about how the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, which is already 6 years into its making, has been moving from strength to strength and setting global benchmarks.
Thank you.